we have a tank that wants to be healer and a healer that wants to be a tank. Figure it out. But I'd like to keep parties 2-2-4 as much as possible.
Do you think if we both leave and join very quickly at the same time, it'll work?
Good luck with that. Someone might steal your spot.
No, that's what I'm afraid of. To be honest.
Yeah, I know. This is still privated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Yeah, but the password is public.
Is the party entirely full? Like, are all alliances filled right now?
No,
we have one healer spot.
One spot. I think we should just wait, to be honest.
Okay. If that one healer spot fills, try changing the password only for us to like join in because only us will know the password. I probably said that completely wrong, but what the plan is, like, once everything is filled, we can both hop out and join in. Oh no, that wouldn't work, would it?
If I can get one healer.
What did you join as initially? Did you just join and you're like, I changed my mind, I don't want to heal?
No, I tried joining as a tank, but all the tank slots were filled, and so I just wanted to join as a healer at least and see if I can have anyone swap.
As a healer?
I do not. I have everything set up, all the spells and all the equipment set up for tanking.
Well, then go get your pure essences and stuff, or have a healer that's ready to swap with you. Or have a tank that's ready to swap with you.
Maya makes a good point. You could just swap to your preferred roles now. Then we have unbalanced parties, and we can quickly swap parties while in instance.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can swap your party once you've joined, but
yeah, like once we're in instance, we can drop people from parties and whatever.
Yeah.
You can change parties. You just can't change jobs.
Okay, that's fine. Sorry, I didn't get the name of the person, but whoever was willing to heal instead of tanking, is that okay?
I don't care. I just want to complete this. It doesn't matter to me, and I can fill any role.
Do you have the essences for any role?
Yeah, I just have to swap them around. So just let me know now, because right now I'm filling my bag with healer shit.
Okay, I just want to make sure that everyone has their pure essences.
Yep. All my essences are purely tank, unfortunately.
Okay. And just one last thing too, like how hard is it to heal this on the sense of like I can go into like Ultimate Omega on tank,
you're literally just a support role. Like, you're not doing healing functionally. That's the cure forecaster's job.
I'm like slightly above average at healing, but yeah. We'll see.
Here's the thing. There is an action that will basically give the party 50% of their health back, and it's off cooldown, and it's on a caster.
Which one is that?
Cure 4.
It's a caster thing, not a healer. We're saying that the healers aren't the real healers of the instance.
Yeah, the healers are strictly there just so that we have LB3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right now I'm filling my bag. I got I Lost the Rises, Re-Razors, got some Pure Essence Divine, Light Curtain, because I guess that's a thing. And then Essence of Ether Weaver, I guess. Is that the other one?
No, you need a Pure Essence of Divine.
Okay, I have those.
Okay, if you could swap to your healer job.
Okay. Okay. I just switched to Scholar. What's the other people on your team? Do you want Barrier or Pure? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Realistically, the damage isn't going to kill you. It is failing mechanics and giving you doom stacks. So every time you fail a mechanic, you're going to get a doom stack. You have 2 or 3 counts, and then you die.
Oh, shitty. Okay. So how are we going to swap teams right now?
It's when we go inside the instance.
So who are the 2 people that are swapping?
Me, Dakota Archfiend.
Okay. Okay, so I need 1 more DPS. Let's fucking at people in main queue.
Yeah, we lost the DPS like the same second we got a healer.
Yeah.
we're able to start if I'm on healer, right? Or do I have to
Yeah.
start on tank and then switch?
No. You can't
You
swap
have to be
class.
in healer because the moment once we enter, you're locked into that job.
So just go in as a healer, and I will
didn't
go in
really
as a
used to
tank.
go in another party like that though.
Well,
Or
we
that
can
one,
drop parties, and we can have people drop parties and pick people up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not a real, like, it's not an alliance raid where you're stuck in your party. We can just drop everything if we want.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
been
there
runs
has
where
been,
everybody was solo.
There have been meme runs where you go in and people just immediately disband the parties, and you have 48 solo people.
I guess that makes sense. Like, I do remember in like normal when people would use those essences and white mages would absolutely just slap. So there's no need for DPS. It's just white mages.
Okay, please double check yourselves. Make sure that you have the shit that you need for the job that you're planning to play. This means pure essences, which is divines for healers, indomitables for tanks, duelists for melee, elders for casters, and fiend hunters for ranged. Please make sure you have your pure essence. Please make sure you have re-raisers. This is a ready check to make sure that you actually have what you need. Don't just click yes, please check it.
Wasn't there one other thing that healers needed? I know I have light curtain as one of them. Was there
Steel
some
Sting
other?
and Spellforge.
Let's see.
Communicate with your healers to see who is bringing yellow and who is bringing purple. Steel Sting and Spellforge. Himbo is the only person that I've seen interested in dueling, so Himbo will be our duelist. Do I have 2 renders?
Arrows running.
I could be a render.
Okay, whoever that is will be
Okay,
one
we
of
have-
the renders.
I have 2.
Who's my
Okay.
co-healer that I'm joining?
So
Okay.
Mago will be rend, and Take Sapphire will be rend. You guys can sort between who is going to be rend 1 and who is going to be rend 2.
Oh, thank you for the message. Okay, so that means I'm good with the light curtain.
Light curtains aren't mandatory, they are extra. They allow
someone
you
just-
to ignore a mechanic on the final boss, that's it.
Yeah, so someone just told me that my co-healer is bringing Spellforge.
Okay. So we are missing a few people. Yes, they do improve your parse. Let's get another ready check in just a minute. See if people have what they need.
Sorry, I'm still swapping off my tank stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me. One group told me I needed Lost Reflect. Do we need that or Dispel right now?
That will be used later in the encounter. Once, so if you don't have it, that's fine. We should hopefully have enough people that have it. But it is part of your holster that you'll make once you're inside, because once we hop down and exit, there will not be coming back. So unlike normal Lubrum Edge, once you die, we can't go back to the sorting platform and get more shit. Once we hop down, we're down. We can't come back.
Okay, I should be good. I got the spell sting for the person sting. Or the steel sting, sorry.
I have a Percept just in case. Is anyone a Black Mage? Or is anyone planning to bring Lost Flare Star?
D has a Black Mage and a caster, so it's about the only Black Mage that could do it. Unless we want to do a cursed C4 plus Lost Flare Star.
Okay, so Cheryl will be our Lost Flare Star. Just wanted to make sure we only have one.
The best part of the update tomorrow is I can scholar with the carbuncle.
You mean you
So
get
now-
to eat meat instead of fairy bones?
Yay!
You gotta tell me what carbuncle will taste like.
Hmm.
Wait, does this mean we can bring Blue Mage to Delubrum?
No.
Probably not.
Man, you
That'd
guys
be
are
Cold
lame.
harder, dude. I want to, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh,
not
it would
allowed
be
to PA
hilarious.
either, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you can take it into BA, so I highly doubt you'd be able to
No,
take it
you
in
can't
here.
take it
I-
into Eureka or BA, so I don't think you'll be
I
able
would
to
be
take it into that.
so there, though.
Yeah, but
I will
with
fucking literally run that shit so often if you could do that.
with
Yeah.
Eureka, it requires you to go into an instanced area though. Isn't Delibram Reginite just a queue?
Yeah, you have to go to
Kind
Game
of,
Nest and
but
talk
not
to the
really.
NPC.
It's not. It's fucky wucky. It's kind of a queue, but kind of not a queue.
Very
Like,
technical.
So
I
you're
get
telling me
why
there's a chance?
I get why Squeenix doesn't want to balance Blue Mage stuff with Lost Islands.
Well, here's the thing. You don't really need to because we did the math. So here's the thing. The current essences you can't use on Blue Mage. So they would have to add it, and therefore, if they don't add it, you actually deal more damage as a DPS job than you do Blue Mage. So going
Dude.
with Blue Mage is actually harder than doing it with pure essences.
Really?
Himbo, I can run Font and Blood Rage.
I
Yeah.
think Greedy's doing it, and Aoi might be doing it as well.
I absolutely am doing it.
We'll do it
Yeah,
too,
just
because I
need
like
someone
Blood
to make that
Rage.
individual.
Okay, let's get one more ready check.
Love Blood Rage.
Let's get this doge.
So
Add
it's
back in.
it's still no problem to drop party and then regroup.
Once we are inside.
Okay, okay.
Please be advised that your party leader is randomly assigned when you get inside, so make sure whoever gets the leader knows that they need to invite someone before you drop.
Okay, we have 48 out of 48. We're queuing. Commencement prog begin.
Yay.
Team A. Always be in my cold heart.
This should be fun.
Remember to swap to your haste gear if you have it.
Tell me where to go. Who am I need to talk to? Can we organize that just real quick in the beginning?
We
It's
don't know yet.
whoever's in party D, I think it was.
Yeah, it's a party delete, but we don't know who that is quite
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, it's me. Dakota Archfiend, the swap into a
Yeah.
comp. Yeah. Thank you.
Do if you could drop your parties the normal way.
Yeah, just right click leave. Then you
Okay.
can we'll pick you guys up.
Alrighty.
And put a message in shout.
Yeah.
This is where you pop your Pure Essence and Re-Razor and your 2 actions in your pre-holster.
I'm right here in the beginning, RP tagged.
Alright.
This is no line. Oh, because I'm not here. Okay, here's the old team members. Aoi.
I am looking for Dakota.
They haven't dropped party yet.
I
Yep.
left now.
Dakota dropped.
Yeah, drop.
Just stand in the middle of the stairs where the
Yeah,
alley
I'm
is.
here.
Okay.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
Party D should be picking other people up.
Got me.
Yep, we're good.
Rad. Thank you. What are these spots for?
These are for your parties once you've picked up your holster. So pop your Pure Essence, pop your Re-Razor, get your 2 actions slotted because we can't come back, so you want to carry everything you can.
Here, give me a sec here. I gotta actually remember how to use this shit. I haven't been involved in a minute. Okay. Pop the pure. And then what else do we pop?
Your Resistance Re-Razor.
I thought that was only when people died. Oh, it's when you die. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's when you die. And it is a buff that will last the entire timer. So you just pop it now because it's a free thing that you can do.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What was the other action I should have other than Sting? Because my co-healer has the Spell Forge. So I need Sting, and what is the other good one I need?
You don't necessarily need anything.
I have
Healers might.
Rise and Shell.
So Shell will be used later on, so you don't need to keep it in your main actions. Your current 2 main actions should probably be like Arise and Seraph or something. And then later on, you're going to need yellow or purple, Shell, and you will also need man, I haven't played healer in here in so long. Other people probably know.
Weird.
Yeah, and if you have it, I think the loadout says to bring Dispel and Reflect, but
I got
should
those.
hopefully have enough people that have those.
Reflect, use some spell. Okay.
Yeah, 2 Rens should be enough if you have one popped already, so 3 Rens total should be more than enough.
Let me see. You can only have 1 essence at a time, right?
Correct. So you don't need to bring another essence. If you've popped Divine, that's all you need.
Okay. Got it.
Speaking of, who is going to be doing Golem side? Is Mahi on Golem side? Sure. You guys have a glut of people over on Golem side. Figure it out. I trust you guys.
I'm scared to click stuff. I don't remember what goes on my bar and which one is like a consumable. I don't click the Lost Curtain now, right? That's something I click later.
No. Yeah, that's a consumable.
Okay, I'm just gonna put on some Arise, I guess. Here we go. Okay.
You want a few re-raisers, like 3 or 4 feathers, and then you can just basically fill up the rest of your slots with rises.
Yep. Okay. I think that's all I got. Oh, no, I can get a couple more. Why not? Okay.
Okay. Get ready checks from your party leads to make sure everyone has the essence and re-raisers.
I'm ready.
A ready, D ready, C ready. F ready. Looking for B and E to be ready. Bravo ready.
Ready.
And Echo ready. Okay, we're hopping down. A, B, C down to the left. D, E, F down to the right. Golems, you can go down 1 voice, golems, that is parties D, E, and F, you can go down 1 voice call channel, where you will be led by someone, I believe it might be Oz, might be Mahia, it might be a combination, the Double Trouble team. And Slimes, you can stay up here where you'll be led by me.
My mic was doubly muted. Good afternoon, friends. Stand on top of a golem if you know what you're doing. Stand wherever you want to if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you can stay in this hallway here. I'll be a square today. Alright, we have tanks on each golem. I'll be the ranged DPS. Actually, can I get a ranged DPS on this golem over here? Any ranged DPS? Thank you. And then we have a north and south. We're pretty good. If the healer in Dute's party wants to go over here as well to help them out, go ahead. If a healer, no, actually we don't need a healer here. Okay, welcome to Golem side. As you see, we split up into two groups just for this one encounter. This encounter requires both sides in order to clear their side at the same time, around the same time, in order for us to continue on with the raid. We are on Golem side, which is half the raid, half the first instance. Our job is to kill each of the golems on each of the pads with the specific colors. So the blue one on the blue, the blue golem on the blue pad, white golem on the white pad, green on the green pad, and red on the red pad. These colors don't correspond right now, but they will cast something called Metamorphosis in order for them to go into, or they will cast something called Metamorphosis, which will make them shift color. This one will be blue golem. This one will metamorphize once into white. This one will stay green, and this will metamorphize once into red. Once it turns red, very greedy will take up the golem and start running around their room. And because of that, Hilda, after it turns red, you will be interrupting the metamorphosis because very greedy cannot get close to it. So our kill order will be from blue to white to green to red also, or if you see in the arena ahead of us, there is the rooms in kind of like a square pattern or square whatever. We're starting in southwest, going to southeast, going into northeast, and then ending in northwest. Yeah, are there any other questions? Anything I need to explain a little bit more, or is there anything I really need to? I kind of assume all of these tanks know what they're doing, but if you don't know, or just as a little extra thing, there are 3 traps randomly dispersed in the arena ahead of us. Alright, cool. Thus and Real will take the middle trap and the red room. Each of the other tanks will be taking up their own room to sweep. You will be... Oh, there's no healer on Dude. If there's a healer that wants to be with Dude, go ahead. Not really.
Where is this?
This is... Actually, we have one already, so it's fine.
Yeah,
But
I can go wherever. It doesn't matter. Just put me wherever you need.
what's your name in game?
Kazlux? Same name. I'm the scholar on your team.
Oh, I see. Okay. You're fine. You don't need to do anything specific. All you need to do is do DPS.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so as a reminder, we're going southwest to southeast to northeast to northwest. Yeah, are there any... No, you don't have to wait for the tank buster. The tank buster can be... Your healer will Asuna you, and then you have a white mage next to you, so it's a Benny, a quick Benny. Yeah. Any of the tanks that don't know the Unga Bunga way of sweeping traps, aka just using invuln. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you don't have to wait for the tank buster. The tank buster should not kill you, but if you want to kitchen sink with your mitigations and all that, you can. It seems both traps are north, so thank you, Himbo. we do have a Pokeball. I see one. So we'll wait a little bit. If there's no other questions, or is there anything that I need to explain a little bit more? I don't know if I messed up something, or if I missed something in chat.
Just a quick check. Seeing as there's no healer for the red room, and I'm definitely gonna be popping 2 traps, is there any healer who wants to quickly follow me around and do a quick pocket heal?
Where at? Here I'm
I'm the tank of the angry 2 marker.
You can come over here without starting stuff, right?
Sorry, what did you say?
I can walk through here and not start. I'm scared.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
You,
As long as you
Yeah,
Okay.
don't click the door and everything's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll follow you. Let's do it.
Yeah, if you could stay a bit behind me to not get caught in the explosion radius, and then once I pop the second trap and come back out of the room, if you could heal me if I find a explosion trap. Thank you.
oh, and for Igo, yes, you're just expected to DPS and heal their tank. If you're assigned to a tank, you're healing them. So in your case, yeah, just heal Doot and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, and as for Cass, once you've pocket healed me after the traps, you're free to go back to the damage wall.
Yeah. What did I choose blue as a froghead color? Blue is... it looked nicer. My favorite color is red, but blue looks nicer on the froghead. I dislike the metallic red color. Also, yeah, there's a... Every time you go into an instance, there's a 10-minute timer. If you are not moving or not talking in chat, within those 10 minutes, you will get kicked out. And there's a very, very small chance that we will go out to get you back.
The red room range has DC.
Yep, I saw that. They were Pokeball for
They
a
were
minute.
Pokeball. Yeah, but they've DC'd now.
Alright. Are they gone or?
They disconnected. Like, actively disconnected, waiting to return to party.
Okay.
See if I can ping them in Discord.
Alright. You use Spellforge on the second major boss fight, so that's not here. It'll be this, after this encounter, it'll be 2 encounters after that, and then it'll be your time to use Spellforge and Steel Sting. In your alliance. Which one? I did like 5 alliance raids earlier today, just so that I could get or just so that I could get back, like, getting used to the game. It's been a while. Puppet's Bunker. That run was actually pretty fast.
So I haven't been in Bosja in a while. On some of these abilities, like Eureka style, like which ones are consumable and which ones are not. So like I can see Arise is like you use it 5 times, you're good. Steel Sting, is that like a one and done, or I could just give the whole party Steel Sting, or?
You could give it to the entire party. It has unlimited uses.
Okay.
Yeah, if
Yes,
there's,
you look in your
there's a
holster-
number at the bottom of the window, like something of something, it's a consumable. If there's no number there, it's an infinite use.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
That's quite true. You've also got the if it's in the subtab item related, then it's a single-use item.
If you go in your holster
yeah.
and hover over the tooltip for the action, on the top right corner, it'll say available if there's a usage limit for your
Okay, I'm
action.
doing that right now. Thank you.
Looks like Hilda's client is crashing and not looking great.
Well, Slime Side still hasn't told us whenever they're
Yeah.
ready, so we can wait for them.
Yeah.
I have them on there. I play controller, and they're by default on deal. Oh, you're talking about the items. I'm sorry. That's a good idea. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. That's actually a really good idea. So curtain and re-razors. Do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea because you're probably going to be popping re-razors and curtains during battle.
Thank you. The whole party over here has the zoomies. No, looks like they're back.
Oh, they're back. Sweet.
Yes.
We're still waiting on Slime Side, which is fine. Slime Side has a lot more explaining to do. It has a lot more moving parts. So we do be chilling.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, Slime Side is very, very difficult for newer players, especially someone that hasn't seen it before, to understand.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, we got a Sagoli Road. All right. Thawson, can you call this? Actually, I might need to dip out it, or not dip out, but go AFK for a second. In the middle of it, so.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I'll be doing it from the north hallway, but should be fine. Deep party ready. Yes. Golem tanks. Tank stands off. If you are not a golem tank, do not turn your tank stands on. Delta ready. Foxtrot ready. Echo party. How you doing? Room cleared. Ready as soon as. As soon as now. Let some of these metamorphoses through. Okay. Hold your burst on the white golem. Burst white golem down. Go to green. Interrupt the metamorphosis, thank you. Okay, for the red golem, don't use any dots, don't kill the red golem, hold DPS at 20%. No dots, please. Interrupt. And stop DPS, please. Go and kill some hallway golems, build your gauges. We are waiting for a rapture call from slime side. Interrupt the metamorphosis. Rapture, get it on the pad, use your invuln, and kill the golem on the pad. Kill it now!
They are a Dark Knight, they will need a Benny. Benny Very. Benny Very, heal Very, heal Very. Whew.
Keep killing golems. Kill these golems quickly, and there we go. Thank you for your help. Just to check, D is all up. Is Echo all up? Is Foxtrot all up? Anybody dead?
Doesn't look
If
good.
there's nobody dead, we can go to the slime side. We can hop on the pad.
A lot of party changing. Are we supposed to move?
Yes, we moved.
Yeah, swap back up
main
to the
PC.
voice channel.
Oh.
Body first, then cast Lost Arise. Once you have used your plate, perfect. Okay. Everyone in A is alive. Is everyone in B and C alive? Do not hop on that pad just yet. B is alive. Is everyone in C alive? Okay, now we can hop on that pad. Everyone is alive. We have evacuated slimes properly. No man left behind.
First try.
All loot in DRS is personal. So, be sure to get it for yourself. No one else can pick it up for you.
Golem side, this also counts for you. If you walk past those chests and you want your loot, go back down the stairs and grab your loot.
Hey, if you are not me, please turn off your tank stance unless Himbo wants to main tank.
Look at my essence. Please no.
Oh, are you on a regular or something?
Yeah, it saves me dual space.
We don't need... Oh, you have shell too. Okay. Okay. Please turn off your tank stance if you are not me. I will main tank for the night. Secondly, this purple line is a readiness indicator. On every server you go through, this purple line is a sign of readiness. Being inside the arena on this side of the purple line says that you're ready to begin. If you're behind the purple line, you are not ready. So, if for some reason you need to suddenly go playing waterworks with your dogs, like you need to give them a shower or something, step behind the purple line until it's done. Once you have fulfilled your pleasure, step back across the purple line because, you know, you're done and you're finally ready to begin. A few things to note. This boss may say Trinity Seeker. It's a lie. It's really just Ravana Savage. I will call his attacks boss relative. So if I say something like front, front, back, back, you will stand in front of the boss for 2 hits and then behind the boss for 2 hits. If I say left, right, right, left, you will stand left of the boss for 1 hit, right of the boss for 2 hits, and then left of the boss for the last hit. Other than that, LB3 is reserved for our healers. DPS do not use LB3, it is a DPS loss. Resurrecting is a pain in the ass, so healers are the only people using LB3 in this entire encounter. Finally, this is an enrage fight, if you're ready. So if this is an enrage fight, so use your lost actions, use food, use potions. If you're ready, step across the purple line. We just need to wait for everyone to get across the purple line. Please double check that your tank stance is off. And food, pots, and definitely use your actions. We are just waiting on Dakota and Ayane to cross the purple line to show that they are ready, and Alala. Blow kisses at Ailane and dote on her, so we have a chain gun of kisses, and maybe they'll come back to us. We need you. Some might call this harassment, I call it justified. All we're doing is giving them unconditional love.
Well, since this is our downtime for now, is it okay to ask general stupid newbie questions?
Yeah. You can ask questions at literally any time.
It's more like just general ones that you kind of just would want to do after chat, but since this is our downtime, might as well do it now. Which of the fights is the most mechanically hardest one?
Trinity Seeker is the most mechanically hard, but Trinity Avowed is probably where you're going to die because it is all personal mechanics.
Oh, no. Okay.
Seeker is the fastest, Avowed is personal. Avowed happens very slowly, but you need to solve the mechanics yourself. I can only give you hints on how to solve them, you ultimately have to solve it yourself. Whereas every other boss is basically me telling you where to stand.
Follow the leader type stuff?
Basically. This entire encounter set is I am carrying everyone on my back by calling out and telling them where to go. So
it's kinda
if
like...
I screw up and kill everyone, that's on me.
All right, that's fine.
Did Ayane say they were AFKing in their party?
He hasn't been responding to me, so I don't know where he is right now.
We are in a maintenance race.
Yeah, we got 2 hours.
Don't forget to keep wiggling.
That was my next question. How
Keep
long does
moving.
this raid take?
We have 10 extra minutes off of the... Normally, this raid, I try and do it in under 2 hours. So we have plenty of time. Normally, when we kill the queen, there's like 60 minutes left on the clock. So we should be good. But, you know, we can't have too many of this.
Yeah. Is
You know
Ayane
what?
a regular?
I have no idea.
Did he? So they might be doing this at work. Apparently.
Wow.
No, I don't think so. They were talking with Rosa, and Rosa's at work. I think.
Well,
Okay. Well, we can just start without Ayane. It's fine. We don't need 1 DPS. Or we don't need 1 tank. If everyone else is ready,
yep.
Step across the purple line. Just waiting on... Now it's Mikochi.
This is certainly the hardest prog.
It is.
I mean, it's better than Commencement Prog.
It is. I think Mikochi... Did they say anything? Be sure to keep moving around. Don't get kicked by the AFK timer. Okay, everyone across the purple line. We're just going to start without Ayane. 30 seconds on the board. As long as they're outside of the arena, they won't die. Make sure your tank stance is off. If at any point in this raid you die, pop a Re-Razor. Re-Razor is our best line of defense against you being dead. Our first mechanic is going to be a raid wide. There's the cast bar. Up next, we're going to have a friendly clone at 1. It will be the only friendly clone of the fight. All other clones are going to try and kill us. There it is. Say hello, and there it goes. Fourfold. We are going to be left, right, right. We are going to be left, right, right. One, 2, crossover. 3, 4, look away from the orb, get away from the flower, look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Be near the boss. Inside the hitbox, hot wing, inside the hitbox, hot wing. Tanks up front, Sharebuster. I need to be alone, Solo Buster. There are no positionals in DRS, you don't need to worry about it. Up next, we're gonna have Ifrit dashes. Or knockback and hide. Be behind a barrier, be behind a barrier, be behind a barrier. Behind a barrier. Break your chain and get behind a barrier. Now we have Ifrit dashes. We are going to start at D. We are starting at D. We are going to be behind the barrier at 1. Behind this barrier at 1. Back on the boss. Stack up on 1. Stack up on 1. Stack on 1. Line AoE. Don't get caught out. We're staying stacked at 1. We are staying stacked at 1. More line AoEs. You know how this game works. You're going to step out of the orange once you see it. Up next, we have Sand and Stone. Be on Stone, be on Stone. After this, the boss is going to target random people with tethers. These tethers are cones. Rotate them around the center of the arena, away from the party. Do not overlap them. Be on sand, tethers away. Be on sand, tethers away. Don't overlap them. Be on stone, tethers away. Be on stone, tethers away. Out of the orange. Raid wide. Be inner card of the boss, enter card of the boss, enter card of the boss, be enter cardinal of the boss. Ifrit dashes. We're starting at C. We are starting at C. We are back, front. Yeah, no. What the hell was it? Back, front, back, front. Crossover. Look away from the look away from the flower, orb. Look, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Break your chains. Raid wide. Tank Buster, be away from me. Sand and stone and fourfold. We're front, back. Boss's hitbox is stone. Front, back. Be on stone, be on stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. Front, back. Be on stone. 1, 2, crossover. Be on sand, be on sand. One more random one. Be on sand, be on sand. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. We are resolving crisscross, orange, flower. Crisscross, orange, flower. Raid wide. Be near the boss. Inside the hitbox. Up next, we're going to have off-center, fourfold, and Ifrit. or knockback and hide and off-center fourfold. We are going to get hide behind the barrier at 4. Hide behind the barrier at 4. We're going to be back, or front, back, front, back. 1, 2, crossover. 3, 4. Healer LB3, break gear chain, and healer LB3. Raid wide. Up next, we're gonna have sand and stone and knockback or hide. Sand and stone and knockback or hide. Kill the boss. Just kill the boss. Healer LB3, last chance. Get knocked into a barrier, but we don't have to. Do not run ahead, there are traps up ahead. Do not run ahead, there are traps up ahead. Do not step on the golden pad that is for our duelist. If you enter it, you just die. So, don't do it. Instead, we're headed right. Okay. A few things to note about Dahu. Dahu is just orange AoEs. The only thing you need to know is that he will put numbers above your head. Some call this limit cut, I call them dumb. It's numbers. This is nothing like limit cut. Numbers above your head will go to that number waymark. So, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. That's it. When you get a number above your head, go to that waymark. If you've died, use a re-raiser. Your re-raisers are your lifeline, and they will help keep you alive. Not every fight can have an LB3, so if you die, well, our healers are going to have to spend stuff on you. So remember to always pop a re-raiser after your 5-second transcendence. Once you know you are safe from a mechanic, pop a re-raiser immediately. That way, if you die again, you have another chance of resurrecting. If you get lucky, you can technically transcendence entire mechanics. We are just waiting on the flavor text from Himbo showing that he has begun his duel. That is our cue. There is no countdown timer because we have an active duel in progress. So I pull and we start. This is not an enraged fight, so you do not need to use lost actions. Save them for our actual enraged fights. Out of the puddles. Do not stand in puddles. Dahu is going to be dashing. Do not be in front of Dahu. Head south. Head south. Avoid the cone. And we are going back to the center. Avoid the lions, and we will get numbers above our heads shortly. One to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Be near or far from the boss. Be near or far from the boss. Jukes incoming. Out of the juke, then into the juke. Get knocked back into a safe spot. Any safe spot will do. If you know the secret jutsu, you can use it. Five cones up front. 5 cones up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up next, we have Ads Phase. Treat this as a tank buster on the main threat. Keep me alive, and watch as Dahu spins. And as Dahu's tail whips over you, you wonder, what does the new patch have for us? Is it going to be ever as engaging as this? Nay, you think. You think that this is peak content. Does the tail washing over you? You see light, then darkness, then light again. Everything is in order and everything is in balance. The new content, it means nothing. DRS is eternal. And back to everything! Be ready for everything! Puddles, jukes, line lions! Be near or far! Out of the juke, then into the juke. One to one, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Tanks, you might get a flare above your head. If you do, head south. Everyone else, head north. Tanks, head south. Everyone else, head north. Get knocked into a safe spot. 5 more cones up front. 5 more cones up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, congratulations to Himbo for carrying us. I don't believe we had any deaths, so we are moving on to Queensguard.
Bless you.
Himbo, am I gonna have to fight for enmity, or can you be a main tank for this?
I cannot. I die in 3 autos.
Okay. Okay, I need tanks on 1, 2, A, B, 4, 2 dispellers on D, and if I can get reflectors to start thinking about what they want to do. Do all the tanks on A1, do all the tanks on waymarks know what they're doing? If so, jump. Okay, that's fine. Dispellers on D, please. I need 2 dispellers. Tanks on A, B, 1, 2. You guys are Aurasphere tanks during the final phase of the fight. You're going to be taking the East Boss. During the final phase of the fight, there will be Auraspheres appearing north and south. You can see them in an image in Raid Chat 1. They will be the red aura, the red circles. These Auraspheres, they need to be tanked. Your job is you are going to tank them in order. 1 and 2 are north, A and B are south. 1 and A go first, 2 and B go second. So, for example, Dakota, you are 1, which means you're the first northern Aurasphere tank. During the final phase of the fight, there will be an Aurasphere at the north end of the arena. You are going to turn on your tank stance, and then you're going to grab aggro of it. Provoke it, tomahawk it, whatever you need to. Be sure to be at the top of its aggro list, because when it dies, it's going to cast Spite Check. When it dies, all you need to do is pop Invuln. Your Invuln will keep you alive.
Okay.
And hopefully our healers will heal you back up.
Alright.
After that, turn off your tank stance. Your job is done. A goes south and does the exact same thing. They get top of the enmity list, they make sure they're top, and when their Autoshred dies, they pop Invuln. After that, they turn off their tank stance. A little bit while later, second Auraspheres appear. 2 goes north, B goes south. They turn on their tank stances. They grab Enmity, and when it dies, they pop Invuln. That's it. Dispellers. Dispellers. I know Momomi knows what they're doing. I don't know if Athea does. Athea. The first part of the boss. The first boss is going to be dispelling. The warrior on the wall is going to be boosting after every major mechanic. All you need to do is dispel it. Good. Okay. Reflectors. A through F, please. I need reflectors. A through F. C, B. Any healer can do this. It does not need to be from that party. E. I just need reflectors. C, D, E. A. I am looking for a D and D and F, please. Reflectors D and F, please.
I guess I could throw it. Oh, okay.
F reflect. Can I get a D reflect? You can light curtain as long as you're not a tank. But it just means you won't have light curtains for the final boss.
I have 2 light curtains on me, so I can do either or. I'm in Aiko's party.
Okay. Aiko, you should be fine.
Would you rather me pop a reflect? That would overwrite probably my steel stain, I think, or whatever.
You can do that later on. You will need reflect. You will need your steel sting for the first half of this fight.
Okay.
After the bosses disappear, you can overwrite it with reflect. I will let you know when you can do that.
Okay. Hope it doesn't overwrite my Arise.
Okay, so we have A, B, C, and D reflects. Reflectors! If you look at Raid Chat 1, you will see a diagram with numbers and letters and circles. These waymarks are going to be where you start. A starts at A, B to B, C to C, D to D, E to E, and F to F. You will start on the black circles. There will be a aura sphere or a spirit sphere that spawns. All you need to do is stand in the AoE that it is casting, reflect it, and follow the black arrow to the blue circle where you will cast reflect a second time and reflect that hit. So let's say I'm D-reflect. All I need to do is when I see the AoE, I cast reflect, I step inside of it. I get hit by the AoE, I follow the black line to about here according to the diagram, and then I reflect the AoE that appears here. That's it. This will happen twice, so a little bit later I'll need to do it again. D will have an AoE, I reflect. I follow the arrow, and I reflect the second AoE, and then I'm done. Do reflectors have any questions?
Yeah, so where am I going? Because you said I'm putting on reflect after Steel Sting?
Yeah, after the first bosses disappear, you can put on reflect, and you can reflect. So you can help Aiko reflect D.
Reflect B?
D Delta.
D, okay,
you can check Raid Chat 1 for the diagram on how you reflect.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Yes, these bosses need to have equal HP. When they die, they will cast an 10-second enrage. If they don't die within 10 seconds of each other, we wipe. So make sure to keep the bosses next. The final mechanic that we need to discuss is Mystadio. This is the Orbone Monastery sniper mechanic. The boss is going to put 3 yellow triangles around you, and then he's going to try and shove balls down you. You need to show your hole.
Classic.
The boss is first going to fire from the center, and then they're going to be firing from the walls at the side. Turrets will appear along the walls, and they will have arrows on them. You need to be standing directly in front of an arrow in order to get hit by it. Do not stand between 2 turrets, because they overlap. Stand directly in front of a turret and get hit. So, just remember, show your hole. Don't get tickled on your weak spot. You don't want to get knocked out too early. Finally, healers, this is where you have your yellow and purple. Yellow gets used on your casters, as it will turn their magic damage into physical damage. And purple gets used on your melee and fizz ranged, as their melee or their physical damage gets turned into magic damage. During the first half of this fight, I will tell you to click off one of these debuffs if you have it, because the boss will be immune to one of these types of damage. Someone might have the macro for you to use it. I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere in one of our tools. But that is all that needs to be done. You may need to replace the thing, because the boss could change what it is weak to halfway through the fight. So, healers, start passing out yellow and purple.
Oh, we can now?
Yes.
Got it.
You don't want to overwrite it just yet. Wait until the first set of bosses disappears. I will let you know when you can overwrite it. Yes, you need to use yellow and purple on tanks, most importantly, because if your main tank does not have yellow or purple, the boss is going to go wildly swing about, as we cannot keep aggro anymore. When I say melee, I mean any melee job. Any physical damage dealing job needs yellow, or purple. Any magic dealing job needs yellow. And once everyone is ready and across the purple line, we will begin. This is an enraged fight, so use everything you've got. We are just waiting on Alara, and that is it. Okay, all tanks, turn on your tank stance and come up front. We are fighting for aggro because we have a duelist. About 2 GCDs in, if you do not have aggro, provoke a boss. 30 seconds is going on the board.
Does it matter which one we pull?
Nope, we're just going to center them, and we will worry about it afterward. Just remember, if you're not a main tank, you will need to turn your tank stance off afterward. We are just fighting for aggro because our duelist can very easily rip aggro and then just get one shot. We don't want to have our duelist die here. So, about 2 GCDs in. Provoke. Raid wides coming out. Second raid wide. Okay, bosses are disappearing. Please turn off your tank stance if you're not a main tank. Knight to the center, warrior to the wall. Click off yellow, need purple. Click off yellow, need purple. Our first mechanic is going to be a bomb mechanic. It is going to be Shield Omen. We are going to get knocked back from the center onto a bomb towards the side with the tether. Tethers the big, or tethers the small, non-tethers the big. Tethers the small, non-tethers the big. Get knocked back from the center towards a bomb. Tethers the small, non-tethers the big. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. Dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior. Raid wide. Remember to keep the bosses even. We are doing a good job, just a reminder. Up next, we have Wind and Lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. We are then going to look towards the center at the boss to see what he is doing. We are going to be near or far from the side without the French fry. So, tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Shield, we're going to be in the center of the boss's hitbox on the side without the french fry. Center. East. Dispel the warrior. Tank Buster. Warrior is knight is high, knight is high. Stop attacking knight. Kill the warrior, kill the knight, kill the knight. Knight needs to die. Okay, up next, you can replace Steel Sting and Spellforge. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Our first mechanic is going to be Fireball Frogs. Our first mechanic is going to be Fireball Frogs. This is a Mustadio mechanic. Small fireballs will be where our safe spot is. Our safe spot will be indicated by the frogs that jump second. Our safe spot is north. Our safe spot is north. Show your hole. Show your hole to the center. Then wall. Back on the bosses.
Damn it.
Tank Buster. Raid wide. Up next, we have turrets. Main tanks, get ready. Up next, we have turrets. Main tanks, get ready. Soldier high, soldier high. Focus on the soldier. Knock it down. Main tanks, pick up turrets. Everyone, kill the turrets, kill the turrets. Everyone, kill these turrets. These turrets need to die. Main tanks, get ready to invuln. Raid wide. Back on the bosses. Up next, we have ice or fire. Get ready to stop moving and stop doing everything, or keep moving. Don't stop doing things. Keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Casting is not moving. Keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Casting is not moving. Back on the bosses. Gunner is high. Gunner is high. Up next, we have jumping clones. Bosses are even. Kill them out. We have jumping clones. Tethered clones swing. Clones jump twice. This is a Mustadio mechanic. Show your hole. Kill the soldier. Kill the soldier. Reflectors, get ready. Aurasphere tanks, get ready. First Auraspheres coming out now. Reflectors, get ready to reflect. Everyone, kill the Auraspheres at north and south. They need to die. Everyone, kill the Auraspheres. They need to die. Reflectors, reflect.
Tank number 1 is going to die. I might re-race. I re-raced.
Second Aurasphere tanks, get ready. Reflectors, get ready. Reflectors, reflect. Auraspheres are out. Kill these Auraspheres. Kill these Auraspheres. These Auraspheres need to die. On to the bosses. This is an enrage cast that they are casting. Kill the bosses. Kill the bosses. Healer LB3 when you have it. Last chance. Healer LB3. Last chance. Pop it now no matter what. Any deaths? One death.
One death.
Oh,
there we go.
No, one more death over here.
Nice.
Okay. You know what? 1 death, I'll take it. Say thank you to Himbo for being a champion and giving us our 2nd chest here.
Thank
The
you,
second
Himbo.
chest contains our hand slot. All hands that you see are from either successful queen clears or dual clears.
Awesome. Wait. Was there spoils after?
Yeah, there should be 2 chests.
Oh, I did not pick mine up.
Remember to pick up your loot. All loot is personal. There will be loot after every encounter.
Thank you, thank you.
Remember, if you've died, pop a re-raiser.
Is it okay if I'm on my last re-raiser?
Yes, that is perfectly fine. Just pop it anyway. It is
Okay.
better for you to be alive. Make your way to either 1 or 4 along the wall. Hug the wall and make your way to either 1 or 4. Sorry, I'm called to the 1. Because I am the 1. Here at Aether, we like to gamble. The first safe spot will be at either 1 or 4. So, if we guess correctly, we get uptime. If we don't guess correctly, well, we don't get uptime, and the other group that did guess correctly gets to laugh. All for gloat.
I like it.
30 seconds on the board. Please turn off your tank stance if you are not me. This is not an enraged fight, so you do not need to use lost actions. Raid wide. Our first safe spot is going to be at 4. Well, I guess 4 gang was right this time. Shocking how rare that is. We're going to be walking our donut. Don't walk into the wall. To C. We're headed to C. We're gonna stay at C while waiting for the next mechanic to arrive. We are staying at C. We are staying at C. 1, 2, 3 pulses to D to D to D. 3 more pulses and we move back to C. 1, 2, 3. We're moving to C. Boss is disappearing. Healers, get ready. Heal the white ads, kill the red ads. Heal the white ads, kill the red ads. Healers, focus on healing the white ads before you deal damage to the red ones. Benediction one-shots the white ads, so, you know, feel free to use it. One last white ad needs to be healed. Heal it. Watch as this boss doesn't have an animation for jack shit because we've interrupted his timer. Okay, up next, I get to call this mechanic. That'll be fun. Our safe spot is going to be either 3 or 4. We're going to start at C or D. We are starting at C or D. We're getting knocked back to C. From C to 3. Get knocked back from C to 3. We are walking our donut. We are waiting 1 pulse once we hit the end, or not. Okay, we're good. Any deaths? Do not run ahead. There are traps up ahead. Do not run ahead. There are traps up ahead.
Let me mimic you first, that way.
Okay, yep. I am right here.
Got it.
You got it. You get it, Himbo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, sure. This one. When you go down the steps, there will be a trap in the doorway. When you go down the steps, there will be a trap in the doorway. If you do not see the trap, do not move ahead. If you do not see the trap, do not move ahead. Make your way carefully around the traps. If the 2 traps that we need get popped, we will just exit the instance and leave. And that will be where we'll end the night, because that would be really unfortunate. Okay, welcome to Trinity Avowed, also known as the Hot Cold Bitch. This boss's main gimmick is giving you temperatures, which you need to resolve. So, the way you resolve them is by neutralizing them. You should at this point make sure that you know where your debuff bar is, because this boss will heavily use this boss, and all future bosses will use the debuff bar. So make sure that you open up HUD layout, you know where your debuff bar is, maybe turn it up to 200% for visibility. Because you need to know what you have in order to resolve mechanics from here on out. Unlike normal mode, this boss will give you 2 temperatures, and only the first will show on above your head. This means that if you rely on the temperature bar above your head, you're just gonna die. Don't do it. Instead, look at your debuff bar and figure out what temperature you actually have, because the boss might give you 2 of them. So let's say I have hot 1 and another hot 1. This means that I will need to get hit by a cold 2 attack because I have 2 instances of hot 1. They add up together to make a hot 2, so I need to get hit by a hot 2 to neutralize all of my temperature. Only the hot 1 will show on my bar above my head, so I am only going to get... So if I followed it, I would die. I need to get hit by a cold 2, so that once the second temperature resolves, everything will be good. Both debuffs will be in your debuff bar, so figure out what you have. Himbo has posted icons of what each of these icons look like. In Raid Chat 1, there will be 3 phases to Trinity Avowed, and she will repeat them once. During the first half, you will only get 1 temperature. During the second half, you will get 2 temperatures. The first mechanic we are going to talk about is meteors. Meteors is insignificant and not worth mentioning. The second mechanic is going to be arrows. Arrows are going to be forced marched around. Forced march gives you 2 squares of movement. So forced march moves 2 squares. Do not dash, because dash will make it so that you run more and run into a wall. Don't dash for forced march. Arrow phase. The boss is going to coat most of the arena into a death area, and then there's going to be arrows that appear on the side of the arena. There's an animation of what this will look like in Raid Chat 1. Then the arrows will follow the path down, taking every turn possible. get hit by the arrow that you need to resolve your temperature mechanic. There will be an empty slot in the arrows for the people that do not need to resolve any temperature. For example, if you have a hot 2 and cold 2 debuff, you may need to get hit by nothing, and therefore you stand in the empty slot where the arrow is. You treat it as an arrow, follow it down, taking every turn possible. Up next, the final mechanic that the boss can throw at is going to be swords. During swords phase, it is a full downtime mechanic. The boss will completely disappear, and you will need to be 1 square away from the safe spot in order to get hit by a temperature. So, for example, if I call the safe spot as 4, I need to be north, south, east, or west of 4, 1 square. If I am diagonal of 4, I will instantly die. So, if I call 4, you need to be 1 square north, south, east, or west of 4 in a cardinal direction. If you don't need to get hit by anything, you stand directly on 4, as it will not be swept by any attack. Once again, there's an animation of what this will look like in Raid Chat 1. Does anyone have any questions real quick? Finally, tanks. This is where you're going to slot in Lost Aether Shield. We are going to be mitigating every single raid wide that appears. These raid wides hit hard and they give bleed. We like our healers and they're going to struggle healing us. So, we mitigate them for them. I will tell you when to mitigate. I will say raid wide, mitigate, Aether Shield. Finally, you need Lost Shell 2. If you do not have Lost Shell 2, step behind the purple line, get it. If you have Lost Shell 2 and you are ready, step across the purple line. This is an enraged fight. I can only help you so much. Be sure to hopefully try and solve your temperature mechanics by yourself. Because I can't really help you with your temperature mechanics, unfortunately. You have to solve them by yourself. Once Sarad is ready, okay, 30 seconds are on the board. Tanks up front. Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. First, be in front of the boss, in front of the boss, be in front of the boss. Up next, be away from the boss, be away from the boss, be away from the boss. Finally, the boss is going to move to the center. Be behind the boss, be behind the boss, be behind the boss. We have arrow phase first. We're going to be quick marched. Remember, 2 squares. Check your quick march, know what it is, tanks up front. We're going to be quick marching towards either B or D, away from the wall of fire. Towards B or D, away from the wall of fire. We are marching towards B, away from D. Get quick marched now. If you die in the fire and resurrect, walk out. Healers, if anyone's in the fire and they resurrect, rescue them. Do not gap close. You will Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. I'm pointing the boss towards the center. Be in front of the boss. Be in front of the boss. No big cooldowns. The boss is going to disappear soon. No big cooldowns. The boss is going to disappear soon. Check your temperature. Remember, diagonal means death. You need to be 1 square away from the safe spot. Diagonal means death. The safe spot is 1. The safe spot is 1. Be 1 square away from 1. Diagonal means death. The safe spot is 4. The safe spot is 4. Once again, diagonal means death. Back on the boss. Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Up next, be away from the boss, be away from the boss, be away from the boss. We have meteors. Check your quick march. You need to be quick marched into your meteor. Check your quick march. You need to be quick marched into your meteor. Stand in the center, point diagonally to get quick marched. Do not greed this. Once your timer hits 5 seconds, stop attacking. Get quick marched now. Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Boss is going to move to the center. Be behind the boss once again. From this point forward, we are going to have 2 temperatures. Be sure to add them together and get hit by what you need. The bar above your head will now be lying to you. 2 temperatures. Be behind the boss. We are avoiding unseen eyes. We are going to be east-west of the boss, east-west of the boss, then popping sprint and going towards D. Pop sprint, run towards D. If you die in the fire, walk out. Healers, resurrect people. Check your temperature. Check your brand. Check your forced march. You need to get forced marched into the arrow that you need to get hit by. Find your arrow, follow it down, move 2 squares away from it, and get forced marched into it. Get forced marched now. Tanks up front. Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Tanks up front. Sharebuster coming out. I'm pulling the boss towards the center of the arena. Be in front of the boss. Be in front of the boss. Healers, do not healer LB3 until I call for it. You will kill people otherwise. The boss is disappearing soon. No big cooldowns. The boss is disappearing soon. No big cooldowns. If both healers in your party are dead, mark them so someone can resurrect them at the end to healer LB3 with it. Check your temperature. Check your brand. You may need to get hit twice. Check your temperature, check your brand, you may need to get hit twice. The safe spot is 4, the safe spot is 4. Get hit by what you need, the safe spot is 4. safe spot is 1. The safe spot is 1. Get hit by what you need. The safe spot is 1. Diagonal means death. If you're diagonal of 1, you're dead. Back on the boss. Hold DPS for just a second. Sacrifice to pick people up. Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate. Now healer LB3. Healer LB3, healer LB3. Be away from the boss, be away from the boss, be away from the boss. Kill the boss, and we don't have to do this next mechanic. Do we have any dead? Any dead. Do not run ahead, do not run ahead. No deaths? Nice. Clean TA. If you are new, grab your loot and come up the stairs back the way we came. We are going to unlock the secret hidden boss now. If you're new, grab your loot and come up the stairs. Hover around the trap without popping it. We are going to be jumping in shortly. Hover around the trap, get close, but don't pop it. I mean, if you want to. Okay, I see one last person coming. On the count of 3, on 3, we are jumping in. On 3, we're jumping in. 1, 2, 3. We're going down the stairs and across the green pad onto the green bars. Or in between the bars. This minimize lets us squeeze between the bars and open the secret boss. If you are first down the line, move through, keep moving through the bars, and open the secret boss. Our senpais are lighting the way, showing us towards where the portal is. Do not move down the stairs. Once you enter the zone, stop moving. Once you zone to the next area, stop moving. There are traps up ahead. Be very, very careful. Can I have a warrior? Sweep until the next stairs. Pop invuln and sweep along the wall. Okay, stop moving, and we'll have another tank. Take the next area. Do not move down the next area. Do not move onto the bridge. Trap on the bridge has been popped. Okay. I need every waymark to be filled. Tanks on every waymark.
One question.
Yeah.
Do the Windows patented fuck you updates eject you from the instance permanently?
Probably.
Fuck. Well, find out.
Because you have 10 minutes from exit to enter back in. If you're gone for more than 10 minutes...
I should be back within 10.
Yeah, if you're gone for more than 10 minutes, you will be ejected from the instance.
Yeah, no, I just got hit with the Windows patented "you're doing something, fuck you" update.
Yeah, that's why I'm still running Windows 7.
Based.
I like having control of my operating system, not the other way around.
But what did I miss in terms of explanation?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
Did you get booted out during Trinity Avowed?
No, I made it through TA.
Okay. Good.
I got booted out right after I picked up my loot.
Okay, good. Be careful. Walk along the right hand. So go over the green pad.
Where am I?
Go over the jumping pad, then go head straight forward.
So from TA's arena, just go ahead straight forward.
Yeah, and then there will be a zone. There will be like you're gonna go into the next area. There's a little iron statue. You're gonna go down the stairs, and you're gonna hug the right hand wall.
Gotcha.
I think someone's coming to get you.
Yep, someone might be coming to get you. Okay. Tanks on the waymarks. Tanks on A, B, C, and D. You are primary Minotaur ad tanks. When the boss hits 70%, the boss will spawn 4 ads. You are going to turn on your tank stance and get aggro of them. These ads, they need to be pulled apart and kept apart. So, the way this is going to work is once the boss hits 70%, he's going to spawn ads. You're going to get aggro of them. You're going to turn on your tank stance and be number 1. Then, you're going to slowly walk your way clockwise around the arena. People at 1, 2, 3, and 4, you are secondary ad tanks. If, for whatever reason, due to the main tank dying, you are to immediately turn on your tank stance and provoke that Minotaur. We do not want to have Minotaurs running around unleashed. If Minotaurs get close together, they speed up and they start whacking people faster. We want them to be moving around slowly and never get off an auto attack. So, the way it's going to work is, once the Minotaur ads come out, that tank is going to slowly walk their Minotaur clockwise. So, the ad comes out, and let's say I'm C, so I'm ad tank 3. I'm going to walk my Minotaur clockwise, 1/4 circle. Around this point in time, there's going to be yellow covering the arena. Everyone, when yellow comes out, everyone needs to be everyone needs to be cardinal. Everyone needs to be out of the yellow. Everyone. This includes tanks and main tanks. Once that happens, the people at 1, 2, 3, and 4, they're going to be with their main tank. They're going to pop invuln and they're going to sweep the next 1/4 circle. So, let's say because I am 3, I'm going to follow my tank 1/4 circle clockwise. Yellow comes out. I pop invuln. Traps have appeared. I'm going to sweep this next 1/4 circle clockwise. If everyone does that, the entire area will be swept. Do not move until the area has been swept. Do not move into the next 1/4 circle until you see that the trap ahead of you has been popped by the tank. During this entire time, the main ad tank and the secondary ad tank are all going to be next to each other. So I am always going to be standing next to ad tank 3. And I'm going to be second in the moment ad tank 3 dies. If they die, I'm going to turn on my tank stance and grab aggro. And then I'm going to continue walking from where they left off. Do any of the tanks standing on waymarks have any questions? Okay. Witch rings. Not yet. I'm about to get to that. Everyone, come look at the arena. This arena, you will notice that there are 2 sets of tiling. This tiling is important because it will show you where the dangerous spots are. Give me a second. In Raid Chat 1, you will see an image of these rings. This big out tile ring is going to be a safe spot, and this dark tiled ring is going to be the deadly spot. You want to be on the big tiled ring. During ads phase, the keen among you will notice that there is a secondary inside ring. The secondary inside ring will be for the other people. Everyone except designated people should be on the outside ring. Can I get 3 dispellers and 3 reflectors, please? 1 dispel. Need 3 dispels, 3 reflects. 2 dispels. 3 dispels. I just need 3 reflects. 1 reflect. 2 reflect. 4 reflect. Okay, reflectors and dispellers. You are going to be on the inside ring. In the inside ring, there is going to be 2 types of orbs that spawn. These orbs are going to be fire and earth orbs. You're going to stand next to the fire orbs and reflect them. And if you're not reflecting, you're not going to stand next to the fire orbs. And for the earth orbs, you're going to cast Dispel on them and immediately do any amount of damage to them. So, reflect the fire orbs, Dispel, then attack the earth orbs. We have 1 hour, it's fine. This is why it's a maintenance race. You're dispelling the earth orbs, then attacking them, and reflecting the fire orbs. For everyone else, they should be on the outside ring. Everyone, you should notice that there are notches in these rings. These notches are going to be used to resolve push and pull mechanics. The boss will give you 2 debuffs. One of the debuffs looks like the boss is sucking in spaghetti and he will pull you towards him. The other one looks like he is shoving you away. So, if you get the sucky debuff, you're going to be on the outside notch and you're going to get sucked in with a... And if you get a push debuff, you're going to stand on the inside ring and you're going to get a... and get pushed out. I hope the sound effects have made it so amply more clear that you will not die to this mechanic. So, anytime you get a debuff, you will need to resolve it inside one of these notches. Otherwise, you will get pushed and pulled out. That is all for Minotaur phase. DPS and everyone, if you are not an ad tank, save your burst. These ads are infinitely more dangerous than the boss itself. These ads need to die as quick as they can.
I just had one question for the tanks.
Yes.
Do me, the main tank that's pulling the Minotaur, and the off tank both pop invuln for the traps?
No. Only the off tank should.
Alright, thank you.
But if your off tank is dead for whatever reason, then you will have to pop invuln and sweep the trap yourself. Like if the Minotaur is getting too close to you. So, right. These Minotaurs, when they attack you, they will give you doom stacks. You never want them to touch you.
Oh, okay.
So, they will move slowly unless they get close together. 2 strikes and you're out. So, these Minotaurs, they are going to move slowly. You can outrun them. So, you're going to just continue to move around the arena, being away from them, throwing your ranged enmity at them if you're the main tank. This ensures that you are top of the aggro list and that you're still dealing damage. We do not want these Minotaurs getting close together because then they speed up, they stop moving slowly, and they start whacking people, and that's going to start killing people very quickly. So, if you are a main tank and a Minotaur is getting too close to you, just pop Invuln and run away anyway. But hopefully your off tank will have swept the trap ahead of for you. If you're ready, step across the purple line and begin. Currently, I should be the only person with tank stance on. DPS, save your burst. We want to kill these Minotaur ads as quick as we can. If you're ready, step across the purple line and we will begin. Did someone DC? Is someone disconnected right now? Or not?
I think they said they came back.
Okay, we are just waiting on final form to be ready, and we will begin. Okay, 30 seconds is going on the board. If you are not me, please make sure your tank stance is off. Oh no, Himbo. How long is it before the ads phase normally? Can I get a blood rage off?
If you dash immediately.
Perfect. That's what I normally do.
Like lob, BR, dash, and then you might get it off by the third whack, depending on how fast it is.
That's what I normally do. No change for me. Tank Buster, be ready to knock back resist. Knockback resist 1 GCD after knockback resist. Avoid the cones. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Main tanks, turn on your tank stance. Get the ad. DPS, kill them. Uh-oh. Pull them apart. Sweep. Pull them apart and sweep. Resolve your buff. Resolve your buff. Push, pull, resolve now.
Main tank for left side dead.
In a notch, be in a notch, be in a notch. You have 20 seconds to resolve your buff. 20 seconds to resolve your buff. Be in a notch. Be in a notch. Resolve your buff now. Resolve your buff. Resolve your buff. In a notch. Resolve your buff. In a notch, in a notch. Back on the main threat. Raid wide coming up. Rapid Bolts is a multi-hitting AoE. Drop it and move. Rapid Bolts away. Drop it and move. Multi-hitting AoE. Drop it and move. Be very far away. 20 AoE. Very far away. Very far away. If you can gap close, you're too close. Please turn off your tank stance if you're not me. Rapid Bolts away. Rapid Bolts away once again, then stack up. Crushing Hoof, get away, then get ready to get close. Get close, cones. Tank Buster coming up. Once again, 1 GCD later, knockback resist. Knockback resist. Avoid the cones. Raid wide coming up. Hey, do not go ahead. Do not go ahead. Healers, if you have lost arises, please mark yourselves. We want to pick you up so we can get the res train rolling. Remember to follow resurrection protocol. Stand on a body first, then slot in lost arise. Once you've used up your plate, step off, let someone else try. This way we can distribute lost arises throughout the raid. And we're not having 2 people cast Lost Arise on the same person. Got a few more dead over there. $50 minutes for Queen should be enough.
I will say this, the only reason why Minotaurs was fucked, I thought they would spawn like on the outer ring and not closer to the boss. That's why I didn't react at all until I saw them all group up together.
Good to know what the point of failure was from another person's perspective.
I don't know if this is me.
We'll make note of that in the future. Is that all deaths resolved? A, B, C, D, E, F. Double check yourselves. A is clear. B clear, D clear. F, looking for C and E. E is good. Everyone in C alive? Okay, we're headed on to the Queen. This will be the final encounter for the night. While you're jumping across the pad, enjoy your shitpost markers. These are completely legitimate markers. They were not made with third-party tools. They are very important markers and near and dear to our hearts.
Is it worth watching the cutscene or is it the same?
It's the same.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Fucking hell. It's always a roulette. Will I kill people with super chests? The answer is maybe. The signs point to yes. Okay, I need pure invuln tanks, that is paladins or gunbreakers, on 1, 2, 3, please.
3 paladins, no gunbreakers.
Okay, can I have all of the paladins on 1, 2, 3, please? Okay. Do our paladins know what they are doing? Yes or no? If you do, please jump.
Barry is a Dark Knight.
Oh, very greedy. Sure.
They're fine as long as they're healer as soon as 3 evokes off them.
Yep. Okay, so the people on 1, 2, 3, you are going to be our main tanks for the night. The way it is going to work is one is going to pull, and they're going to be the main tank until they get to until the first tank buster comes up. This tank buster is called Cleansing Slash. The way it is going to work is you're going to pop invuln halfway through the cast bar, and then the boss is going to smack you twice. After the second smack, you're going to turn off your tank stance. Very Greedy is going to turn on his tank stance and provoke. And then Very Greedy will be the tank buster until the next Cleansing Slash happens. Once that Cleansing Slash happens, Very Greedy invulns halfway through the cast bar, gets smacked twice, and then Sleepy Puppy turns on their stance, provokes, and they become the main tank until the next Cleansing Slash. On that Cleansing Slash, Sleepy Puppy pops invuln halfway through the cast bar, then takes 2 hits. Cedric turns on his tank stance and provokes. We have pure invuln tanks do this because the boss gives bleed and gives doom if you take damage. So if you don't take damage, you don't take bleed or doom, and the mechanic basically becomes free at that point. Can I have 2 more Dispellers on D, please? I need 2 Dispellers on D. During this time, do our tanks have any questions?
Can I get rid of Lost Aether Shield now?
No.
Alright.
You need Lost Aether Shield. Okay, seeing as our tanks don't have any questions. We have our Dispellers! Dispellers, do you guys know what you're doing? Jump if you do. Okay, looks like we have 2 people that don't know what they're doing. Dispellers! The boss is going to have an encounter bar. This encounter bar will eventually hit 100%. When it does, we're going to hear a ding, and the boss is going to microwave us good, or try to at least. When that encounter bar hits 100%, the boss will get 4 buffs. You need to dispel all 4 of these buffs. That's it. You just need to dispel them. They need to all be dispelled, or else the boss is going to be very painful to us. Finally, we need to talk about the big baddie in the room. Super Chess. This is likely where I'm going to kill you guys. But Super Chess, the way Super Chess is going to work is you are going to get 2 buffs, or 2 debuffs rather. These 2 debuffs are going to have dots on them. You need to add the dots up. These dots will be in 2, 3, or 4, and you will have 2 of them. These 2 buffs or debuffs need to be added up, and you will get a number of 5, 6, or 7. 1 second, I am getting a call, and I have no clue who. Oh my fucking god. My parents, give me 1 second. You know, fun. Holy shit, I'm 28. My mom still calls me asking if I've paid my credit card. Jesus Christ. Okay, Super Chess. The way it works is you're going to get 2 debuffs. You need to add them up, and you will get a number of 5, 6, or 7. I will tell you where to stand depending on what number you get added up to. I will say something such as 5's on D, 6's next to D, 7's next to 6's. 5's on D, 7's next to 6's next to D, 7's next to 6's. So if you're 5, you stand on waymark D. If you're 6, you stand one left of D. If you're 7, you stand one left of 6's back here. And then you are going to stand at the position that I tell you, and then you're going to get a little indicator above your head. That indicator is going to be chained, and that's going to tell you how many spots to move. You are going to stand in that square that I tell you to until the indicator becomes unchained. Once it is unchained, you are going to start moving to the right and down the column that I tell you. I will say something, we are moving down the A column, for example. So if I'm at 7 and and my first movement is a 3, I'm going to start here. Then I'm going to start moving 1, 2, and then I need to move one final square down the A column. So I would move forward this way once towards A, and that would be 3. Here I stop. Just imagine everything is like move forward one for obvious reasons. I don't want to pull the queen. Then you stop. If you move too far, you will get a big angry gash above your head. And then the boss is going to smite you because, you know, you're a fool. And the boss is going to not pity you, unlike Mr. T. That queen, it might start with T, but that's not Mr. T. That's Miss Q, and Miss Q is going to smite your ass. So, if I have a 7, I stand back here. I wait for the thing to become unchained. I move the amount of squares. 1, 2, down the column, 3. And then I stop. I wait for the boss to check my homework, and then the next set of numbers will become unchained. No matter what this next set of numbers is, you're going to end in the safe square. This is entirely a color-based mechanic, and it is very likely that I will kill you. So enjoy. Does anyone have any questions about Super Chess? Yeah, even if I screwed it up, die in the safe square. At least that way, your re-raise might pick you up. Does anyone have any questions? Finally, tanks. We're going to be mitigating every single raid-wide. I will call out Aether Shield and raid-wides. And finally, if you need a re-raiser, come stand on these stairs. I have a few to give out if you do not have a re-raiser and you need one. If you already have the re-raiser buff, do not stand there. I can only give out the buff.
I have a quick question. What was the mechanic that you are able to use Light Curtain for?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Holy shit, I can't believe I forgot. During the time when the boss does a, during the time when the boss tries to microwave us, the boss will, put down lightning orbs. These lightning orbs, they will spawn in the center of squares. If you have reflect or light curtains, you can stand in that square and cast reflect. This will pad your damage and is required for us to complete this mechanic. If you do not have light curtains, you're going to find an orb, and you're going to find a square without an orb, any square without an orb, and you're going to stand in the dead center of it. If you have light curtains, you're going to stand on an orb and cast reflect. If you do not have light curtains, you're going to stand in the center of a square without an orb and do nothing. You're going to wait until the orb dies. Do remember that casting light curtains or reflect is a GCD action. So stop casting stop attacking, stop doing anything to pop your light curtain.
Thank you.
Okay, does anyone else have any questions?
You covered dispels. I don't remember.
Yes, hopefully. I should have.
All right.
Dispellers need to dispel the buffs during this time. Okay. Well, that's it. Time to die, people. If you're ready, step across the purple line. If you're confident in your mechanics, please put a safety shape above your head, because God knows I might kill people. And once everyone has crossed the purple line...
Do we follow the danger Dorito?
You can follow any safety shape you want.
Thank you.
Cedric, 30 seconds on the board. If you're not Cedric, please turn off your tank stance.
Wow, someone jacked my danger Dorito.
Oh boy. Raid wide, Aether Shield, mitigate. First mechanic is going to be Murder Chest. Pawn pieces will move onto the board the amount of squares, then do a plus shape. Try to avoid the pluses. We are going to be going to the side with where the lines do not touch. We're going to be headed down towards B. Be behind B. Oh my fucking god. I suck. That's Murder Chest. Hopefully you didn't die. Cleansing /1, Invuln halfway through the cast bar. Main tank 2, get ready. 1. 2, provoke. Raid wide, Aether Shield, mitigate. Super Chest 1 coming up. Safe. Wall not safe. Fives on 3, 6s in the corner, 6s next to 5s, 7s next to 6s, 5s on 3, 7s next to 6, 7s next to 6s, 5s on 3, 6s left, 7s left of that. We're moving down the 1 column, yeah, we're moving down the 4 column actually, yeah, oh fuck. 1 column, yeah. Okay. Holy shit. End in the safe square. End in the safe square. Look, I set it up initially. I just screwed up, okay?
God bless Re-Razor.
I know. Big reopener! Get ready! Aether Shield, raid wide, mitigate! Boss is gonna try and microwave us! Look out for orbs! Remember, reflects on the orbs. No reflects. Be in the center of a square without an orb. Reflects on the orb. No reflects outside of on the center of a square without an orb. Get into a bubble.
I'm down. I'm tank 3. Just so you're aware.
Okay. Relentless play 1. This is going to be a Mustadio mechanic and wind and lightning. Tethers the wind, non-tethers the lightning. The boss is in the Mustadio mechanic is coming from the number side. We're going towards A. Look for the numbers. Point your hole towards the numbers. Tethers the wind, non-tethered to lightning. Show your hole. Now wall. Cleansing / 2.
Tank 3 here is down. Be careful.
Okay, I'll grab it. 1, 2. Can someone? Okay, yeah, good. Up next, we have Relentless Play 2. This is a full downtime mechanic. We're gonna get knocked back from the center towards the side with the tether, avoiding the queen. We are going to get knocked back this way. Towards 1.